And we're back. Hello guys. So,
Hello.
before we went away on the break, our heroes were venturing towards the giant city of Jotunheim to bring back their long-lost children that they freed from slavery. But arriving in Jotunheim, they quickly realized that something was greatly amiss within the city. A dark power had settled somewhere within the earth, and within just a few moments, our heroes, communing to their different types of magic, communing to their different gods, all gathered tidbits of information that something within this mountain was poisoning the minds of the people around them. While the area was still beautiful and the greenery still lush, you realized that it was only for a short while before it would wither away. And the giant folk here were very easily agitated. And as their children were before stolen by other small folk like you, they were also agitated against you. However, in a display of radiant magic, by the aid of Grakal's axe hitting the flesh of Allison,
With a
you
crit.
guys, with a critical hit, you displayed a beautiful burst of radiant energy, which seemed to be in stark contrast to the dark powers of the shadow people that the giants called upon, that ventured into the mountain and started this poisoned ordeal. So now that you have proven yourselves, or at least getting a little, well, at least a significant amount of doubt about you being evil, Heimdallr, the father of Yenna, one of the giants that you freed, is now standing up from his seat at the council and walking up towards all of you, because you just inquired that you wanted to aid these giants in ridding the shadows from these lands.
Yeah.
The chieftain, Grigar Eagle Eye, still stands before you with his large, gigantic bow in hand and an arrow, which he now furiously puts back into his quiver and his side. Fine. If you want to make a chance out of these small folk, Heimdallr, then I will respect the wishes of one of our elders. But if these creatures, if these small folk do not rid the darkness of these lands, will you see my way? And will you see that they are part of the problem? Fine. Fine. What is the word again? Promise? What was the word again?
Promise works.
I promise. Very well.
We promise.
Then lead them. Lead them to the skittering tunnels from which the darkness seeps. Well, I hope you guys are ready for a treat.
I'm
So-
the Heimdallr Odrogas.
They say
Drogas.
if we do not solve problem, then they kill us. I like idea.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, you will. As he gets up his large, petrified wooden staff with all the different runes in it, and he looks it over with his like beady white eyes. And he seems to find the rune that he wants. As he presses it and he mumbles a few words. And you hear this low, rumbling vibration through the air from this low, giant tongue speech. And you had 30 points missing?
25.
25 points missing? Perfect. So that'll be 7.
My bad.
That's alright.
7
He's getting healed.
17 plus 12, you heal 29 points as he casts a 3rd level Soothe spell on you.
Damn.
And with the vibrations, your flesh seems to realign itself and your wounds heal instantly.
I'm the par.
You are very welcome. Now, come on. And he begins to slowly but surely make his way with a large hunch down one of the caverns as the other 3 stone giants now group up with their chieftain, and they are beginning to talk amongst themselves in hushed tongue, as it seems that there is some, well, you say, not all giants agree with the choice that the chieftain has just made.
Could I pick up a few words?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
25.
25. As you are just trailing behind just enough not to seem suspicious, you make sure that your half elf ears by the way,
Half elf ears.
pick up all the different sounds, and you can hear mumbling under their voice. This is unwise. Why would you do this? He is an elder. He must. Heimdallr has proven his worth, but his time is done. And with that, they begin to converse amongst themselves that this is a good choice.
Okay.
They're not really disrespectful. They're just questioning his authority a little bit at this moment, but not as much that you feel that this is a grave offense of some sort.
Okay.
As you guys are walking into another tunnel, going further into the mountain, Heimdallr begins to speak. Would you mind translating for me once more? I am sorry,
Obviously.
the common tongue is problematic for me. You speak ours pretty well, I must say. Although the R sound is a little bit foreign to you. You should pick that up better.
I'll try. Arr.
As you just hear Allison and this giant like against each other for a second.
I mean, recall, I don't know what language you normally speak, but it probably sounds better than this, doesn't it?
Yes. Much more. Alison used word. Civilized.
As you guys are moving down the tunnel, Heimdallr speaks to you once more. I believe that you are the ones I can thank for bringing back my daughter.
She's safe.
She did well.
For that, you have my thanks.
No worries at all.
You raised a pretty strong dollar.
Gratitude. Me, you, grad.
Yes. Language difficult, yes?
Language large.
Yes. Very large. Why? Silly elves and humans.
Silly means weird, right?
Yes.
Silly indeed.
Yes.
But thank Yenna return. Thank Yenna return.
No problem at all.
You're welcome.
Yenna, great warrior. She become eagle eye soon.
Or at least a good rune carver.
Yenna will have to find her own path. I do not know. She has the warrior's blood of her mother. But who knows? She might carve beautiful runes as her father once did. I will have to thank you in proper after this. But first, you are not friends among us.
We noticed.
Yeah, we kind of felt that.
Do you feel this presence as well in the land?
I have carved runes for myself to protect my mind from the darkness. And I have started to also carve for my brethren. But you are early. The darkness in these lands is fresh. And you are small. You can get into the small tunnels that we cannot reach. Into the, well, honestly, I do not know what is there.
What does your arcane proficiency say about this whole ordeal?
Arcane, that is the word that you use, yes. I have little knowledge of what is here. All that I know that it is darkness, and all that I know is the effects that it has on my people. I cannot see further than that. Nice voices.
We can help.
I hope you can, for your sake as well. Here we are. As he stops at what seems to be a dead end with some murals on it. This opening in the wall was made fresh. Some have blamed the Athens that were here working. But these small places here, and he begins to just like pick it away a little bit with his rod. Too precise.
Can I inspect it?
Go ahead, make a perception.
Can I?
As Allison
this
takes a
one?
moment to translate what Heimdallah was said, you can also do what you wish.
If
What you would
you'd
like
like
to
Can I
do.
do it as well? Or
If you'd like to do it, I'll aid you.
Oh, that's.
So you're going to go ahead for a perception check? All right, with an 8 check from Allison. Go ahead.
My aid check is a success.
So with a +1, that becomes?
That's 22.
Ooh, nice. As Hannah, you crouch down a little bit. You have had some knowledge from the different druidic ways of stonework. As you are tapping into your druidic magics a little bit better, you now also seem to feel how the stone lives itself a little bit. Mostly in this mountain, always. And as you see this, you can see that, yes, indeed, you can point out one place right over here, and then one there, and one there. They apply pressure points, like picks, in 3 different distinct locations to break apart this part of the wall. But they must have, well, at least they're crafty, at least. And you can also see, somewhere within the rubble, it seems to be a set of footprints from indeed what seems to be a creature from your stature, not one of the giant folk that roam these mountains.
I share this immediately.
What does she say?
There are pressure points here about pickaxes at work, and there are footprints here too.
Oh, yeah. Those
There,
are small
there, and
pickaxes,
there.
though.
So
Are those
yes,
large enough for you? Don't you need, like, biggers?
there are for medium-sized creatures, right? Or-
Yeah, of course.
okay. No, this is the size we use.
Huh.
So the people that do this harm to you, they might actually be of our kin. But
I draw my weapon.
The lizard has a plan.
the lizard always has a plan with a weapon. But I think we also need our mind for this. Don't you agree?
I see tunnel. We go in tunnel. Kill whatever made tunnel.
It sounds like
Then we done.
It sounds like Recall is gonna be our shield through all of this.
Is this the only place where you've encountered them, or are there more?
This is the one place that we have found. And I feel in my stones that this is the place where the darkness comes from.
Very well. I guess we'll explore.
No,
Yes.
we should.
Oh, there's one thing that I can part you with before we go.
I very carefully inspect his ruins as well.
Go ahead and make a perception check. No, go ahead and make a giant lore check.
That is a 22.
22, nice. The first thing that you realize is also something that you realize from your studies, and that is that the giant's magics is something very, very primal, and with that very pure and robust. You can see that the runes are simply made but carved thick and with purpose, and they all seem to embody a little bit of spirit with them. As for one, he now gets to a rune which is basically just a stone, like a square, just carved with 3 lines, very simple, but you can already see that the strokes are made with purpose and the points are very thick into the wood, and you can already see that this is a spell that should be some sort of a, well, fortification of some sorts. And as you trace all the different runes, you can see that there is a little bit of 2 types of magic. Your studies in Pathfinder 2nd edition have different schools of magic, and this would be a combination between primal and occult magics.
Okay.
And you can see also from the spell that he cast before and the one that he's going to cast right now, that he is, as a tribal shaman, he speaks for his people. And with that, he has a little bit of a tribal form of a bard.
Awesome.
Yeah. And with that, as he finds this square rune that he has carved, he points it out. I think you will do. As he strikes you with your with his staff.
Me being Gurkal.
Yeah, sorry. Gurkal, you against your plate armor, and with a boom, you can feel under your plate armor your scales harden. As you can see that your skin itself takes on a little bit more of a grayish stone-like form, and you have 9 extra temporary hit points, as he calls foul swipe
Sweet.
on you.
So I look at Hannah. Skin changed like you. And I walk on ahead in the tunnel. I'm ready.
Oh dear.
So what I do, I put the spear in my shield, and I grab the Maddox's whip. So I killed my former slave master. I took his magical whip, and I'm gonna ruin someone's day. So I go ahead. I'm completely content with stone skin.
All right. And as Grokal enters the tunnel, the three of you eventually follow suit.
I first off.
Sorry, Melo is also your pet.
So-
Your pet
I'm
cat is
not
also.
forgetting about.
I first have a
thinking
few
about-
words with Heimdallr first. After we're done here, I noticed you were interested in our world as well. We might actually have a conversation after. Would you like that?
I would, although I would mostly like for them not to kill you. For now, if you cannot stop this, find another way out of the tunnels. Do not come back to us until the task is complete, or
Farewell.
you will be blamed.
We will complete the task.
May fortune shine upon you.
I believe this is something rather big. So if we do not complete this, just know that you do have to do something about this as yourself. Because else your people will fall probably.
Believe me, I know. Believe me, I know.
Very well. Then I guess I'll follow Grokal too.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm getting too old for this.
Tell Yenna we're okay.
I will douse the flames of her mind.
Come, Ira. Let's go.
Ciao, Heimdallr. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
And we walk in the tunnel.
And the old man begins to laugh a little bit
The old flirt.
as you guys enter the tunnel. So, if I could get the battle map.
Oh, you
just
most
for
definitely
a second,
can.
as you guys are entering the small caverns. That's the word. Well, why can't I? Come on. Show him that. Okay. Why'd you not do this? There we go. All right. It should change any minute now.
Any minute.
Any minute now.
It's,
It's not changing?
any
If
minute.
you change us to the right. Oh, there it is. Yeah,
There we go.
there it is.
All right. So, it's a little small, but
We will fix
there we go. It's a little small, but at least you guys can see that the cavern that you are now entering has trickles of water all throughout. At the same way that at the top where you were, there was this small river trickling down the waterfall. It seems that different types of sinkholes are also in the mountain range, and from there the water drips down into this cavern system that you guys are now traversing. The ceiling most of the times is just a few meters high, just enough to get you guys through. Sometimes you have to crouch actually a little bit to get through, and with that you guys make your way through the tunnel. The ever-burning torch around the neck of Grokal still keeping a beautiful light out for you all as you make your way through the darkness. What is the marching order here?
Well,
Front, spear and shield. Oh, whip and shield.
Whip and shield?
I feel like I would be second with the hand clasp already.
All right.
I'll be third.
Third? All right.
I prefer to be third.
I know. I will
Uh,
be first.
Too late.
Okay, I guess,
No, well,
I guess
well-
Melo is in the back.
Oh yeah.
No, Melo's on my side.
So go ahead. Well, you can be on your side most of the time.
Well,
well,
between my legs, I don't care.
That's not how it
feel like
works.
I
I
feel
don't
like
care.
I feel like if we both want to be
third,
I'll be
first,
in the. I'll
then
be in the last.
we can always
We
You can
all-
roll
flip
for
a
it.
coin.
Melo's behind me.
I'll be last. That's fine.
Yeah?
I'll take the.
All right.
I'll take the rear.
Oh, you
Allison
will.
Melo's
sighs.
third.
I was gonna
You're
go for
fourth.
heads.
Allison sighs and takes the high road to be more civil for his fellow party members. All
I'll
right.
light a torch as well.
All right. So with that, you take out one of your torches. As the front and the back of your party are now illuminated. So, with that, Grokal, you were first. Hannah, you were second. Melo is third, then I guess. Followed by Iroh and Allison. As you guys make your way through this tunnel system, what type of tactics would you like to employ during your travels?
Well,
All right. So you are raising your shield.
Kukal
Raising
is
your shield,
raising
making
his
ready. Okay.
we will be on high alert. I think I will just be looking around, seeing if I can see any signs of life,
All right.
and try not to get scared because tunnels are scary.
Well, people put me in the back. So as long as, well, there's not different roads that link up to our road, then Allison will just look for plants, I guess, in the
Very well.
region. Whenever we might be able to be attacked in the back because they're
You're going to
different.
switch your tactics.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
switch my tactics.
All right. So, as you guys are making your way through this small cavern into the ground, I would like you to go ahead and make a. So this would also just be a perception check. You also a perception check, and Hannah, what would you like to do?
I want to like take notice of everything around me.
All right. So also a perception check for you.
For me, it's 21.
21,
17 for me.
17.
17 for me as well.
17 for you as well. All right. So as you guys are making your way through the tunnel, first up, Allison at the back, you can see that this natural cavern system seems to mostly be just one tunnel that digs into the ground. Sometimes it branches up just for a little bit, as you can see that there are stalagmites, like large stalagmites and stalactites connecting with each other, forming a new barrier between them. But mostly it just seems to be a underground dried up river. As you look to the ground, you can also see that the ground is very slick and perhaps even at some points a little bit too slippery, so you'll have to grip up a little bit. That might be a problem later, you figure. But for now, it seems that there is just one tunnel. So with that, with your torch drawn, you begin to inspect the different walls that this tunnel houses. First up, as you smell, you can already smell very clean air with some salt deposits probably somewhere. As you run through the tunnel, you can see that there isn't really much life. Just at a few points you can see like just the barest sign of green moss, but from there on out there's not really anything of value to alchemists at that moment. What you do see, however, is that at some places the see-through white crystals that had some significance for the giant folk here in the city also seem to be present in this tunnel a little bit downstairs.
Okay. So are they crystals, or like do I feel like they're worth something, or are they just stones?
Well, do you have knowledge of stonework? Does any one of you have knowledge with stonework?
No,
No?
not at all.
Is it an
no.
element?
Then, well, it's an element.
Is
but do you,
stonework like a jungle?
I would
Because
say,
if not, then no.
I would say, yeah, sure, Hannah, go ahead and make a, because you have lore elements, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a lore elements check. See,
Ooh.
it's pretty far off, but
It was a
perhaps you
bluff,
get
but that's fine.
it's pretty far off.
GM fell for it.
Yeah, I like it. 15.
15. You look at it, it's pretty. Sorry. No, but as you take a look, it just seems that there are normal stalagmites and stalactites, so you get the feeling like, okay, so this is formed from water dripping down. But the fact that it is like, it's very white. It's not yellow at all. It's white and see-through, like crystallized stalagmites.
Do I feel like it's salt or not? I'll just take a sample. Is it salt?
Do you lick it?
Yeah. Well, I basically put my finger against
Okay, so
it.
go ahead and make a fortitude. No, no save. You put your hand against it, and like the water itself tastes a little bit salty, but you don't really know if it's like the stone itself or the water around it. You can take out like a dagger and just chip off a little bit if you'd like.
How hard is it?
You can try to chip it off if you'd like.
Yeah.
So as you guys are walking through the tunnel, Allison says, guys, hold up for a second. As you take out the dagger, go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
I don't know if this is a good plan.
If I feel like
You can stop it.
this would
You have to
take an
first.
athletics check for me, I'll just recall. Can you maybe just take this thing out?
Are you sure you
just-
want to cut this down because
Yeah.
they gave
I-
it some importance?
I know.
and
I want a sample.
Ha ha! Head bump! And I head bump.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check.
29.
29. All right. So with your new false life spell in the form of the stone giant skin that is now upon your head as well, with also a full plate helmet underneath that, you are ready for this. You walk up to it, ha ha ha, and a small piece of the stone falls off into the hands of Allison.
I kind of just look around
However-
dazed.
However, what
Good
you also hear is boom, 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 boom. the sound of what you just did carry on throughout the tunnel system.
Well,
Nice.
that happened.
So you now have like this larger piece of the stonework.
Yeah, I feel
Enough-
like you're
enough
at
like a
fault
good
for
sample.
this.
Do we hear any war drums
Um,
coming our way?
Hannah,
Yeah.
do you,
Oh, no.
do you have a light spell?
I got dancing lights.
I have my
You want dancing lights?
my
I got
ever-burning
dancing
torches
lights.
lighting
I
us,
know,
right?
but
Ah.
this stone reacted to your radiant power before, and I just want to see if it still does.
I cast dancing lights.
Dancing lights, however, are in the vicinity itself. So they just dance around the crystal.
Yeah, so in general, his axe also just illuminated itself, but it also reacted. Well, the stalagmite tides also reacted to it.
Mhm.
So I want to see if this still happens when.
So you
it's
were
cut off.
after the magical touch thing, right?
The dancing light spell is cast as 3 globules of fluorescent light are now circling it a little bit, but
It doesn't seem to react.
it doesn't seem to really happen anything.
All right.
What?
I'm not sure how important this is to the giants, and I want to find that out. So I'll just take it.
But you didn't lick it?
I didn't lick it.
Okay, so now you still don't know if it's salty.
Well,
Just saying,
I
just
put my
saying.
finger against it and then
Yeah, but
lick
then you,
my
then,
finger.
then you got a little bit
I
of
feel
water
like
off
this
of it.
is a trap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll lick it.
Lick it. Okay, you lick it?
I don't lick it, but I use my alchemy tools to
Okay.
see if it's salty.
Salty. So that'll take like 15 minutes to say.
I don't, but
You
I'll
lick
just
it?
lick it.
Lick it. It's salt.
Okay, it's salt.
Aha.
It's
And that's all. So,
Okay.
So it is salty.
In that case, I'll just take this small sample bit and put it in
Alright.
my bag. I want to see what it is later. but
Alright.
For now, it just seems like salt to me.
very good. After that, your perilous trek through a empty tunnel continues. With this new sample acquired, the dripping water comes through you all as you guys are keeping your eyes open.
I keep the dancing lights going.
There was a 17 and a 22, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
We're getting ambushed.
Nah, we would never do that to us, right? Right?
We can't be ambushed. We are so perceptionist.
I have plus 12 on my
It's-
perception.
No, I'm claiming
Perceptionist.
perceptive.
Perceptionist.
Perceptionist. Yes, thank you for claiming my. Thank you for
Explaining
reminding me
your
of the
own
word
word
that
to
I
you.
claim.
all right. So
Copyright.
with that, as you are slowly walking through the tunnel, you eventually see that the tunnel becomes a little bit wider, as you guys are all just stepping into what seems to be an empty cavern. At which point, you eventually step somewhere, at which moment, from underneath a little pool of water, Grakal, a few spikes spring up against you. I would like you to make a reflex saving throw.
That's not your forte. It's not bad either, right? Yeah, no, it is.
How much?
13.
13? All right. So, with that, as the spikes come from all different sides from a pressure plate, which you stepped on, all the spikes also pierce into your flesh, and you can't help but groan a little bit as you take 6 points of piercing damage.
Ha! I still have temporary hit points.
All
Come
right.
at me, bro.
Oh, I will.
So Grakal is like just pierced. His stone, like just stones, pieces of rock chipping off his skin, and he's just smiling. You're not dead. Good magic.
All right.
So Charlie and I, this day, we discussed, and Charlie has a death wish. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see how that goes.
Fair.
So,
Fair.
Yeah. I feel like for the whole campaign, I've been actively trying to die as Grakal.
Yep.
But whenever possible, I just keep rolling criticals. So I just survive the most ridiculous odds, and I'm just
It's
trying to push
amazing.
the limits.
no.
Yeah. Just trying to actively do stupid stuff and survive it. I feel like it's the best way to play any
call,
tabletop
yeah.
RPG.
Especially when you're playing a tank.
Yeah.
A dumb tank.
A very dumb tank.
so
Ex-
Yes, me.
We just discussed that he was intelligent.
Yeah, fair.
He acted intelligent.
Well, for a little
It was
while,
a singular
yeah.
act of intelligence.
Afterwards, he
tried.
went on and almost killed us by talking.
So with that, as you step on this pressure plate with murder in your leg, you can also hear from further into the tunnel. And I would like all of you to roll perception checks as we run into initiative at this moment.
So, given that Grakal is constantly on guard, shouldn't he roll something else than perception? Like, can he roll athletics for this, or either?
No, this is just like you guys are just running into and people are trying to hear what is going on.
But I do appreciate the effort.
I tried.
Yeah,
Like,
nice.
like athletics would be like you running into the fray and seeing who is first. Like that would be athletics.
Oh,
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah.
I have natural one.
All right. So
Yeah, no. This is. I
And you
put
still have
one-
higher
I
than
put
I do,
mine
probably.
there. 13.
oh no, 15.
Yeah. I thought so.
all right.
Are we
So with
all
that,
low? Except for him. Probably.
So.
And I'm the last.
well, I wouldn't be that hasty. So, that would be yep. Okay, so 20 or higher.
30.
30. Nice. Allison is up
That's a
first.
20.
Wow.
20 to 15.
15.
15 from Grakal. All right.
14.
14.
Sad. 13.
13 for Hannah. All right. Very well. So, right now, as something has been stirred within this cave system, the light that your torch is throwing out is only 20 feet wide, and after that, it also seems that like different stalagmites that are connecting with each other in this larger cave system also seems to be obscuring your view a little bit. So, with that out of the way, Allison, you're up first. What would you like to do?
Maxine,
Transfer?
can we get the big screen? Like the battle map on our screen as well?
This is the oh, you
The battle
you
map.
like this.
Like the big one.
The big one.
You guys
big
want stuff?
Yes, like this. Thank
I am
you
gonna
very
take.
much.
I am gonna
Alright.
take this. Go with me. This no. This
Okay,
is mine
so
now.
Mine.
right now, I only heard a voice, right? Like we heard some noise.
You heard like a gasp. Like,
All right, so I'll just try and use one of my actions to use a perception check to see if I see anything.
all right, go ahead and make a perception check.
That's a natural 2. I'll try again.
All right, second action for another perception check.
24.
24. You gaze into the light, the flickering light of Grakal's torch, throwing all these different shadows against the wall from you and other things. It seems that right now, there isn't anything in sight, nothing that is trying to hide, at least in your vicinity, and as you pierce your ears, you can actually hear that the sound is coming from just a little bit further away. So right now, everything that you can see, you know that is empty. Or
Alright.
at least you're pretty certain that it is empty from
In that case,
danger.
I'll say that. They're further ahead, and I'll draw my weapon.
All right, so with your last action, you get your double-bladed sword at the ready. After Allison, we got Grakal.
No way.
Yeah.
I raise my shield. First action, I stay ready for the immediate trouble we have ahead of us.
All right.
I have 4 squares to move.
Okay.
I'm gonna make full use of that and continue down the tunnel.
All right. So
Which side?
one.
Left or the right?
Oh.
Left to the right.
Yeah, I feel like the way ahead of Grakal.
All right.
If I have
so
to make a choice, it feels like the most obvious one.
one,
Is this water?
two. Yeah, that's a little bit of water right over there. So the water right now is difficult terrain. So
Okay.
if you would
Yeah.
step into the water, that would be 2 squares of movement for every movement that you do. So Grakal, you get 3 scares, three squares all the way there, and then you get a scare, because right over there, until there you can see, that there, just next to you, as you step 1, 2, 3, this skeleton is standing there, black feathered robes all over him, a small buckler shield in one hand, a scimitar in the other. It just stands there at the ready as he strikes at you for a total of 16. So with that, I believe that your shield blocks it, right?
Easy.
Yeah. So with a and right now you can also see that there seems to be some sort of blackish hue or smoke coming from this skeleton, and you can actually almost feel that this light from your torch is already diminishing a little bit. as the crooked jaw just gazes at you with two black abysses for eyes. So that's their first action.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
So Gurkal screams, free action. I just scream, "Ha ha, monster!" And I strike with my whip.
Okay, go ahead.
Undead, I'm very much looking forward to this. I very much am.
29, mofo.
21, that'll crit.
29.
Yeah, that'll crit.
Oh, crit!
Yeah,
Ah!
critical hit. So go ahead and roll damage on that one.
That's 2d4, 2d4.
D4s.
That's 7.
Like, what D4s?
Yeah, the whip.
My
the
whip.
Oh.
7 again. That's
Alright.
14 plus 8 is gonna be 22. 22 damage.
22 points of damage. And with that, as you see the skeleton just behind like this stalagmite connecting to a stalactite from the top, you whip your whip around it and just obliterate the entire skeleton. As it falls to bones, all the bones already before they hit the ground, they just evaporate into dark smoke as a burst of black energy engulfs you as well. I would like you to make a fortitude saving throw.
Alright.
Come at me, bro. 23.
23, all right.
Doing well today.
So
if
you will take 3 points of necrotic damage as the explosion still engulfs you a little bit. You resist half of the damage, but the other half still comes through.
So exactly all of my stone skin has disappeared.
With that, the stone scales just drop off of you onto the ground. Gone. All right. So with that,
If people heard some piercing noise, there was a car outside with its brakes.
we heard it.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
All right. So that was your second action. You still have one left. What would you like to do?
Did he insta-kill it?
Yeah, I insta-killed it, motherfucker. Okay, sorry. I don't know what to do with my life when I have nothing to kill. I move 4 squares ahead to here.
All right. So that's 1.
Doesn't he
2,
see something to the right as well right now? Because he's
to the right?
well in the black space over
The
here.
black space
doesn't
right over
he
there?
See something?
Oh, sorry. You guys can see that, but that's another stalagmite. Sorry, I needed to make that clear. Like right over there.
All right.
So yeah, that's why you can see through that.
All right. Cool.
All right. So with that, you walk all the way up to 1, 2, 3.
Maybe
and
one,
then,
yeah,
and then
exactly.
one further for right over there.
Yeah, we
Let's
don't
see
know.
what I
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make
uncover.
it clear for you. Right over there, and what you can also see now in 4 squares is that another skeleton was hiding
All right.
around there. You can see that this is closed off, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, right over there, as this is all stone. There we go.
All right. So the
So,
bits in the
this
lower
one,
bits are
there we
also
go.
stone.
There we go.
This here is also stone.
Oh,
Just to
it's
clarify.
difficult to see if everything.
all right,
1, 2,
cool.
3. There we go. This is water.
Okay. Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all right away over there. All right. So this is all that you know right now from the tunnel ahead of you. That was Grukal's turn. After Grukal, we go to Iro. Iro, what would you like to do?
Well, I probably just go into mountain stance.
All right.
I tell the DM that I actually have 50 HP,
which is a
which is a
very
bonus
good thing to
action
know.
for you guys at home.
Bonus action. You don't have that here.
No,
And that's why it is a bonus action. Yeah.
All right. What would
And
you like to
I will follow in Grukal's footsteps.
All
so
right.
I have 25 feet of movement.
do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's your first movement all the way up. After that, what would you like to do?
Then I'll probably go
Yeah. You don't know of this skeleton right now.
because
Your call didn't tell us.
Yeah.
So you don't know of this.
so I probably just walk towards Grukal, which is
2, 3.
7.5.
So this would be 3 squares. So you still would have 2 squares left.
I can probably hear and see the skeleton at the moment,
Mhm.
so I'll go to the other side of Grukal.
Okay. So you go right over there.
Yeah.
All right. And as you step on that, you can already hear clink. Another pressure plate. Go ahead and make a reflex saving throw for me, please.
So that's gonna be a 26.
26. You hear a familiar clink, at which moment you think, oh crap, and just step out of it. The spike, some miss you, but you still take half of, Jesus. Okay, so halved is 8. 8
Oh,
points of
shy.
piercing damage. Yeah, there was 2 8s on 2d8. as these just seem to be very neatly packed together, all in your direction. The Maker seemingly expected for you to step back afterwards, and for that you still are hit square in the face. All right, so that was your turn, I believe.
Yep.
Then after I will, we go to Hannah and Melo.
Oh, okay. So I don't see any of the scaling.
Yeah, did you yell it out?
Yet, right?
Or
He didn't, and his turn is already over.
Okay. Well, I am a whisper elf, so I can use a seek action and get to sense undetected creatures in a 60-foot cone.
All right, so go ahead and use that to see if you can
But,
sense the skeleton.
we tried to look it up, and
it's
it's,
just a
like
perception check.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
plus
perception.
2.
Yeah.
Plus 2.
Okay. So that's 24.
24? Yep.
Nice.
And with that, you can hear that just behind these two stalactites, neatly packed together, that there a ghostly, like empty howl is coming from over there.
So
Seems to
I
be
know it's
enemy-like. Yeah, you know that one skeleton is right over there.
Can I use a free action to like yell that it's there?
You can yell a thing in return. Not too many words, but you can.
Behind the two stalactites, and I like.
And you point it out. So Allison now knows where it is, and the other two already knew it because, oh my god, it's right over there.
That's fair.
Spooky skeleton. It's spooky.
And now I have to see if
Cool.
electric arc can.
you need vision for that. Thing.
But I know it's there.
Yeah, but you need vision.
You have vision. You
have to have a line of
literally
sight.
see it.
That's fair.
Like, even if I know you're around the corner, I still can't hit you with a bow and arrow.
I can walk 35.
You could get in the water and just see it.
If
Max,
I stand
what
over
was the
here-
shortcut to see how many feet of movement you needed?
First drag it and then right click.
Right.
If I stand
Right.
right over here,
You can
like
get there.
next to Recall.
Right
I
next
see
to
him?
Gurkal, that would be 35 feet.
Can I
Yeah.
see him then?
If you get there, you
With
you
cover,
figure that you'll
probably.
probably be able to see him. You won't know that before, but
Okay, then I'll just stand
Alright.
over there.
all right. So you run all the way over there. Now you
Yeah.
can see him, but he does have half cover.
That's fair. I'll use electric arc.
Okay.
As long as
So
I
he
can
had a
see him,
plus
that's
2.
fine.
He adds a +2 to his saving throw for his reflex save at this moment.
Oh, does it also count for half cover?
I believe it does.
Well, that sucks. But that's fine because he has to throw a basic reflex.
All right. So he's going to go ahead and do that, which is going to be a total of 22.
That does pass, but
Not a critical.
no crit.
All right.
22. No, that's not a crit.
Okay. So he takes half damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Was it plus anything?
Yeah.
Plus 4. Yeah. Okay. So that's 8. So it's 4.
8, half to 4. As you cast the electric arc spell, you can see that the electricity runs through the bones. But as this is just a skeleton, he seems to be resistant to electricity damage, and he resists everything.
Yeah. Great.
Resistance is high enough to not have anything done, as he now also holds up his scimitar and his small buckler shield.
And Melo walks up to next to me as well because he has 30 feet.
Melo walks up to
35
you
feet.
right over
So
there.
he
Yeah,
should make
there we go. All right, so Melo walks up to there.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, so at the end of that, the problems are having their turn. First up, this skeleton takes a step towards you and just begins to slash away at you, Hannah. So with that, he still has 2 slices with his scimitar. The first one is going to go in for a total of 22.
Yeah.
22 hits, all right. And then with the second strike, as it is a scimitar, he has the forceful trait. Just the second one comes in with a +1 for a total of, so with a -5, it becomes an 18 to hit.
Nope.
All right, so the first scimitar hit, sink, slashes across your chest, and then the second one just, punk, you catch it on your staff and push it away. But you still take a total of 7 points of damage.
So my whip catches the blow.
All right.
Blocks 6 of that 7
So
damage.
only 1 damage.
Yeah.
So you just have this small little cut across your chest.
Yeah.
But-
that's 1 damage. That's
Great.
nothing.
I'll
As
just
this
snap
is happening,
Skeleton. Your
Another
damage
skeleton.
is negligible.
another skeleton also emerges from the shadows right over there as he sees Iroh.
Oh no.
Also, 2 slices from a scimitar coming your way. The first one coming in at a total of 25,
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
and the second one coming in for a total of that would be 23.
That's also gonna hit.
All right. So with that, you take a total of that's a 6 on the die, and that's another 6 on the die. Oh my god! So that's 12 plus 4 equals 16 points of damage.
Sorry,
I
buddy.
need to keep track on this
It
also.
happens.
So,
Already protected Hannah.
Hannah,
so
one.
Hannah just took
She's
1
just
point of
precious.
damage.
You
All
know
right.
how it works.
So now the hit points are also back on track. As you can also hear from further into the cave system.
Oh man, there are more.
Perfect.
Why can't I turn
Alright.
into an animal?
Okay, so they
You
are
fucked this up.
in the shadows, right over there.
He's moving in the shadows
Over there.
of our
Alright.
minds.
And this one. All right. Okay. So with that, we are back at the top of the round. Allison, still carrying your torch. You can
Yes.
also see the combat activities dancing in the shadows further on in the cave. What would you like to do?
So right now I'm just wielding my double-edged blade in one hand and my torch in the other.
Mhm.
I'm gonna run up to this stalagmite and jump across the square that faces it.
Oh, all the wall squares basically make contact with the ceiling, so you can't jump over those.
No, I mean over here.
Oh.
Over that square. Allison's kind of sensing, okay,
Oh,
they
right.
trapped this place, so I'm
Right.
just
So you're
gonna
gonna jump over that.
over it.
I understand. Yes. Yes. Yep.
I just don't want to be trapped, basically.
So that would
and-
take you to jump over that. That would take you 40 feet of total movement.
I do 2 actions.
2 actions. All right. So
And then 1 square above that into a flanking position, I could
Alright.
probably make.
right over there. Yeah. With
Yeah.
2 actions, you get there. So with that, sensing that there might be some hidden traps beneath
Yeah.
these small puddles of water, you jump over it, land yourself, and then take another step to
Yeah.
get behind the skeleton. All right. Go ahead and make your attack.
Almost wanted to do it with advantage, but we're not playing.
No, I'm sorry. This isn't 5th edition, but you do get. Well, he gets a -2 on his attack.
Yes. So that's
sorry,
a,
I mean,
that's a
that
23.
23. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage on that one.
Where's my D8?
I don't know. It's yours.
Woo. 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. As you pierce
Slashing.
through the skeleton, you can see indeed that the slashing damage doesn't really pack as much of a punch, as there isn't really any flesh to slice through. But even so, as you pierce through the skeleton, the brittle bones seem to break from each other, and again the skeleton falls apart. But also again, before the skeletal bones hit the ground, a explosion of necrotic damage. So at this moment, I would like everybody except Iroh to make a fortitude saving throw. Okay, so you're lucky on this roll.
Oh my god.
Natural 20.
So you take no damage one. You take double damage.
9.
9. That's also double damage.
I wasn't
No,
in the
sorry, it's
radius.
not double damage. Sorry,
I didn't have to roll.
No.
you didn't have to roll. Okay, so
How's Melo doing?
Yeah,
Melo?
so
Oh,
Melo?
Milo, shit.
So Allison, as the explosion engulfs you, you take 2 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Rakal takes none at all.
Milo has 19.
19. All right, so Melo makes it.
Takes 1.
He takes 1 point of damage, and Hannah, as you critically failed, you take double, so you take 4 points of damage. All right, so as this skeleton also evaporates into nothingness, leaving behind nothing, also his armor and his sword. All now that you are so close within the light, you can all see that there's like this shadowy hue over everything. Who of you is trained in Arcana? All right, so go ahead and make an Arcana check for me, Allison. See if you can recall any knowledge of what.
17.
17. There was something with I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
Not right now. Okay. So with that, however, you are also close by, so you can see just a little bit further into the cave system, and you can reveal this area right over there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also revealed. Let's just get. This
So
out of
for the
way.
people that listen to us on podcasts, so
There we go.
we basically have a straight line into a cavern system with some stalactites running up and some water pools in between on the sides. So that's basically the setting right now. And in front of us, there's the skeleton.
Very interesting to hear.
Yeah.
All right, so after that, we go back to Grokal.
Perfect.
What would you like to do?
I'm within reach, so pity the skeleton that stands in my way.
Very well.
Red die. Let's make an attack roll. That's plus 11.
If you're
still
gonna
have
kill
some
the
rules,
skeleton,
right?
you're just gonna use me
Oh,
as
no,
a
you have
shield
reach.
from the necrotic damage because it won't reach you
Yeah,
and
you
it will
won't,
reach
yeah.
me.
Yep.
Sucks to be you, buddy. 26.
Can I make a
26 hits?
reflex? Can I make
26
like a
hits?
reflex save?
Nope.
No, it's a fortitude save if you remember.
Yeah,
The
but
cloud,
like
the
I-
cloud of
I-
darkness. The cloud of darkness will engulf you. Sorry.
Too bad.
That's 10 damage, buddy.
10 points of damage. All right, and this is what type of damage?
Thunder slashing, right?
Whip damage. Yeah,
So the
that's
whip damage.
slash.
That's no. I think that's bludgeoning, right?
Oh, I'm not sure. Could be.
That is
Important.
actually a question I've not been asked before. I have the answer to it in S. Slashing.
It's slashing damage.
Yeah.
All right. So with that,
I thought so.
as you
With the
slash away at the skeleton, you can see a couple of bones break off and small puffs of evil black smoke evaporate from them, but the skeleton still stands.
What?
Yep.
All right. Let's put the skeleton to the test.
And again,
Yeah.
second attack with a -5 this time. For a total of
21.
that'll hit
Nice.
again.
Same roll actually, just -5. Because skeletons, screw you. Not as much damage though for a 7.
For 7 points of damage. This time, with the last blow, you break it apart, actually slashing it towards Iroh a little bit, as the bones there evaporate into a black explosion. Iroh, I would like you to make a
pretty good.
I
fortitude
feel like
saving
this
throw.
is like
good at
My
this.
fortitude is
I
great.
feel like
pretty
this is
good
the
at this.
first
Oh my
encounter
God.
in like 20 sessions that Iroh
My
takes
roll
damage.
is
Yeah, that's fair.
What do you got?
Yeah, I didn't
Maybe
take
you should
damage
run
since we
away.
leveled.
What did you got?
I got a 12.
A 12. That will be a fail, so you take another 6 points of necrotic damage as you rolled another 6 on the die. Big oof.
Okay.
Big oof.
A big oof.
All right. So
down
with
to
that,
I'm
Grokal,
down to
like,
20
Grokal
points
made
of
these
damage.
2 big
20
20
hit,
hit,
right?
20 hit points.
you're 20 points of damage.
Oh no, I
How many hit points do you have left?
20
20. All right. So then,
Did you mess it up or did he mess it up?
because I
I don't
took
know.
8 points of damage from the spikes.
Uh-huh.
I took
oh right.
no,
So I forgot that.
I forgot the spike damage.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So we're good now. We're good. Okay.
So Grokal swooped around the whip twice, just tearing apart that skeleton piece by piece. And he's just chuckling, smiling. I feel like he's, at this point, he's kind of overconfident. So I'm not going to raise my shield. I'm just going to use the four precious squares of movement that I have.
All right. So
And I'm
where
gonna
would you
move
like
more
to just forward?
Straight line, buddy.
1, 2, 3, 4. Then I will give you this. You'll probably move first into this square because as you take a few steps of movement, you can actually see more of the cavern system. So right now, this is 3 steps of movement, and right now you can already see all the way over here.
Any
There's
monsters?
Another place. Nope. Right now,
Grokal's sad.
for
So-
yeah, something like this.
Let's use that last square of movement as well.
All right. So you get all the way down over there then.
Perfect.
All right. There's another square. So
I'm just dragging this little smoke trail behind me as I drag the whip across the sandy floor.
nice.
Perfect.
Moving forward. Just hearing something in the darkness.
Full HP still.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's not fair.
All right. So that was Grokal's turn. Afterwards, we are going to Iroh. Iroh, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna move behind Grokal.
So that'll take.
Oh, yeah.
take
Hold
just
on.
15 squares. 15 feet. Sorry.
And I think no, I'll just I'm gonna go ahead into the cave system.
All right. So where do you want to go?
So maybe like
The square beneath Grokal, or next to him, or where would you like to go?
I'm gonna go from next to him to I'm gonna walk around the pillar.
All right. So this was 15 feet of movement. Then do you want to go like to here? This would be another 10 feet of movement.
25.
It's 25. That was your full movement, right?
Oh, that's my
Okay.
full movement.
So this is one action. Would you like to do another?
Yeah, I'll probably.
Okay. So do you want to like just curve around
I have
the
elixirs
neighborhood?
of life. I'll be
You have
fine.
25, right?
I know 25 in mountains.
Yeah.
At this point, it's an inside joke that Allison really
Or
only
actually,
wants us to use
30.
those elixirs when
I
we
actually have
die
30s.
or
Oh, okay.
barely dying.
So you get like one extra square movement. So right over here, this is your first movement. Then
Can I
what do you
see
want to
any
do?
more?
Right
This
now?
cave system.
Nope. As you only have low light vision, right? You don't have dark vision.
I only have low light vision.
All right. It seems that the light of the torch is being dimmed by whatever shadowy magic is right over here. So you can only see 20 feet from Grokal's torch right now. The
Oh.
rest is pitch blackness.
I will stay here.
You're
Okay.
right at the edge. Yeah.
So right now. So, so you are just standing there. You still have 2 actions left.
Do you want to like use an action? Like basically, you can use 2 actions and your reaction to prepare
Yeah.
an action for
Yep.
later.
You can make
Or-
a reaction like punch
Hold an
whatever
action.
enemy comes
or-
I
in.
can make a reaction.
Well, is that what you
Or-
want to do?
Or
There are a lot of other things that you can also do.
do I
Cast
feel like there's
spells.
Cast spells, look
do I
around.
feel
daze
like
the
there's some
darkness.
yeah? Do I
Sorry?
feel like there's something out there that I can daze? Because
You can daze.
my daze has a
You don't.
40 feet, 60 feet range.
Right now, you don't have anything perceived. You can only hear the
I will
echoes of skeletons in your vicinity.
I will prepare a reaction.
Okay, for what? What action
Oh,
do you? What
punch
action
the
do
bad
you
guy.
ready?
Yeah, probably just punch.
Punch the bad guy
Yeah.
when it gets close.
I,
All right.
I'm already in my most defensive mode.
Yeah.
Very well then. All right. Afterwards, Hannah, you're up. What would you like to do?
I just remembered that I prepared dark vision, so I'll cast that on myself.
Nice.
Well. So with that, you slap your staff against the stone as a ripple comes through you, and with that, X-ray vision, and the entire cavern in front of you is illuminated until how many feet? How many feet can you see?
It doesn't specify, so I think
No.
dark vision is just an
I
entire.
can just see everything.
You have dark vision, and you also have greater dark vision. So
I have just dark
I'll
vision.
get the spell right here.
You granted yourself
Supernatural
supernatural
sight
sight
and darkness.
in
You get dark
areas of
vision. Oh right, yeah.
darkness.
So you can just see everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. So that is a handy thing to do. So right now you can already see. Let's see right here. First of all, you can see all the way over there. As this traces all the way down there. Let's see. As now we're moving down. There we go. So this is what you can see, and this is what you can see, and from there on out, this is also what you can see, and this is where it stops, and that's about it, I feel. Oh, and then this right over here. So this is like with what you can see right now.
Is the water difficult terrain?
Yep, the water is difficult terrain.
You can try and jump over it.
Whoa, with my athletics.
Or acrobatics.
Nah, it's not better. I'll step next to her call.
All
So I
right.
can try to,
So right over there,
in front of her.
in front of it, right over there. All right.
I'm so afraid of this one dark spot.
Yeah, see.
So as you step in front of the call, clink. Go ahead and make a reflex saving throw.
Did you get a perception check for that?
You can use an action to do a perception check.
Did you get a secret check for that?
Wait, what did I?
Reflex.
Reflex save. Right now, you guys are in
But
combat.
what if I
you
ate
guys
my
are using your
vegetables?
actions for whatever things you choose. 16,
Yeah.
I've been a good boy. I ate my vegetables.
and with that, you
I
take a
very
total of 8 points of piercing damage. Just
Liberating step.
boing, reduced
I
to
negate six of that damage.
Right.
And you get to make
2 points.
another 5 feet step
Right.
if you want.
I want to make one step to over there.
Right over there.
Perfect.
All right.
So,
with
because
that-
a reaction, anyone within 15 feet, I can give them a resistance of 6 to all types of damage and give them a free step of movement or let them escape something that's grappling, grabbing, whatever them.
And after that, I want to make Melo move close to me. So next to Urkel in this case.
So Melo will move all the way next to you. Next to Grikal, where?
Next to Urkel, yeah,
Next to
because it won't make
Right over there?
three, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Very well.
Does Hannah see anything more to the right as well?
To
In
the
a new
right?
Position? Somewhere over here? Does
No,
she see
that's
this
where
line?
that's where her line of vision ends.
Okay.
That's like the last square that you can see. That is like just a little bit around the corner, but further than that, actually, like this one square that I showed her is actually a little bit too much already. Cool. All right. So afterwards, the skeletons will be having their turn.
No.
There are more
As-
than one.
As one.
Plural!
Plurality.
As one walks from the shadows further down towards you and it goes in with one strike against you for a total of 24.
4, yeah, that hits.
For a total of, alright, 3 points of damage. After which it will raise its shield in your face.
And my face. Okay.
As you can also hear something move in the shadows. There. Right over there. And at this moment, Grikal, you can hear an arrow coming towards you from the darkness. For a total of, you would have half cover for this, and the total will only come to a 12. So the arrow goes wide, somewhere.
That's a miss.
Oh, okay, cool. No, thank you for clarifying that. Thank you for clarifying.
We weren't sure, but
Yeah,
It's
I
good that you said
GM-splained that.
No, thank you. Oh, sorry, did I say 2? I meant 20.
Still would miss.
No, natural 20 on the die.
Ah,
On the die. There we go.
okay.
All right, so afterwards, their turn is already done, and we go back to Allison. So you can just hear your friends on the other side of this large stone
Yeah, for
wall.
like Allison only has a bit of light left because he dropped his torch around here. Because he had to slash and he needs to
right,
transfer
right,
that. So
yeah.
he had to drop his torch. So right now he sees this pool of water. He sees some clearing on the other side. So he's just gonna try and jump across.
All right, so that would be.
Basically, just gonna tumble across.
So go ahead and make a acrobatics or athletics check, your choice.
18
I would go
for
for the higher one. All
I
right.
would too.
18 for acrobatics.
yeah.
All right,
No,
so
not enough?
that's a failure. A normal check for a person of your level would be a 19.
Oh,
No!
but that's
Says the
okay.
book.
1 point.
Okay, but it's a check from my level.
Yeah.
To jump. All right.
Well, if you want to jump like because this would be the maximum jump distance, right? To jump
yeah,
all the way
well,
over the water.
basically, I want to jump from this square to the other side.
Oh, can you point that out again? Square to the other side.
So
Oh,
that's
right, so just-
7.5 feet.
Oh, okay, so yeah, no, that would be
Bit
an
more
easier
than
check. I stand corrected. That would be an easier check, right over there.
Like 8
All right.
feet, for example.
So that would be 20 feet of your movement.
All right. And in that case, I'll use one more of my movement to flank.
All right, right over there.
Yeah. And then I'll slash.
Okay. As you run into the light that Grikal provides, you get back into your vision, this skeleton, and you go in for an attack.
Ooh.
Total of?
That's a 12.
12, that won't hit, I'm afraid.
No.
As you raise this shield, he also sees you approaching. Blocks your blow with his shield.
Yep. That's my turn.
All right, so after Elsie, we go back to Grikal.
Sweet. Alright, I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna make an athletics check against the skeleton's reflex DC to trip him
All right, go ahead and make your check.
with my whip from where
Right
I...
on, my good sir.
It's actually not that great. That's a 13.
13 won't
Oh
be
no,
enough.
sorry,
Oh,
19.
19 will be enough.
That's a lot higher.
Yeah,
As your
sorry.
whip gets-
13 was the modifier. I rolled a 6.
So with that, the magical
Little
whip
brain.
wraps around the skeleton's feet, and you get him on the ground, and now he is fallen prone.
So yeah, in between you guys, like Urkel just figures like, you deal with this. I make a movement over the skeleton. Do I need to make a jump check for this? Now
Did
that
you
he's
walk
prone?
through me?
You do need to make a check to
Yeah, but I
get
feel
through
like
enemy
it's more
squares.
cinematic to be like,
Fair.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
natural 20.
Natural 20. All right. That's easy for me because that would totally be enough.
Yeah.
So now I don't have to look up
There's
the rule
no
and
doubt,
see what the
yeah.
actual number should be.
You succeed. Okay.
So
that's
you get
fair.
all the way over there, woof, across the skeleton.
Do I see anything now that the light
Um,
shines further?
Let me first just
The light of
see-
Kurunau.
This was only 15 feet of your movement, so you still have some movement left.
I move on 1 square further.
All right, which one? You go-
I want to go diagonal. I want to go
Alright.
deeper into the tunnel.
So with that,
To
we
the
can
archer.
see more light shining through the cavern system. As 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be this beautiful area right here.
Perfect.
Okay.
I scream, 2 more! And I raise my shield as I wait for their attacks.
Right. You can also see that here is a wall and here a wall starts. All right. So your shield is raised. After Grakal, we go back to Iroh.
I hear Grakal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to hear Grakal, but I do. And I figured, well, we get this over with. So I walk past the other pillar
All right.
towards. Well, I can hit him from this square. So I walk to next
To the
pillar.
corner, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, unless you want to.
What route will you take? What route will you take?
Oh, bloody!
Says the DM with a grin on his face.
I will. Oh no, because
What would Ira do?
You can also just look first.
Oh.
You can use one of your actions to search and see if you can find anything underneath.
I will. I will.
Or you can
first-
just guess.
I will first look.
Okay, go ahead and make a
DM is
perception check.
learning us things, like teaching us
Oh,
things.
look, what?
16.
16. You take a look. You don't see anything.
I will stay close to the walls.
You stay close to the walls. All right. So I think this would be a clink.
No, not that wall.
Oh, the other wall.
Yeah.
Fair enough. No clink.
No, I actually meant indeed like
Spoiler alert.
I will allow this.
close
So,
to these
so you
walls.
get right over here.
Yep.
Clink. I got them here on the map. I can show you later. I'm not just fucking with you. I put these ones here specifically.
fair.
Reflex
No,
saving
we
throw, please.
believe you. We believe you.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Please don't look here. Okay, so the luck.
A 15.
15. Okay, so you failed the save, but this time the dice are with you. Only 3 points of damage this time. All right.
Okay.
So you step on there. Clink. God damn it. You sigh, but you're still there. Skeleton in reach. What do you want to do?
I will punch him twice because I can.
Pa-pa! Go ahead and make your attack rolls.
So the first is going to be high. That's going to be 27.
27. All right. Roll damage for that one. Oh,
Oh, I'm just going to do the other one with it because that will be a 16.
16. Okay, the 16 won't hit, but go ahead and roll damage on that one.
So that'll be 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. As you ball your fist, and with the force of a mountain trying to be moved, you punch out against the skeleton, and the brittle bone structure seems to be vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. As the skeleton evaporates, and another dark aura
To you as
falls
well
over
now.
all of you. So I would like Grakal and Iroh this time to make fortitude saving throws.
Do we get cover from this?
You do not get cover, I'm afraid.
Fortitude?
Fortitude, yes.
Nat 20.
That's 20, all right. So you take no damage.
That's a 15.
That's a 15. So you take 1 point of damage.
Ah!
This one was a nice roll. All right.
I still have 59
Yep.
HP. Sweet.
All
Come
right.
at me, skelly
Come
bros.
at me, scrub lords.
I have 17 points of HP.
All right.
17.
Yep. Iroh is looking rough already.
I have my focus point.
Okay.
You just have to ask.
So there was Iroh's
we
turn.
are-
Afterwards,
we
we
are
go
getting
to
close.
Hannah.
Okay, so I want to use burning hands
All right.
for my staff.
So it's a 15 feet. So it's a 15 feet cone.
why?
Everybody in the cone will get damage.
Oh, Alice is there as
Yeah.
well. Oh, yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
No,
man.
no, too late.
So yeah. So
Yeah,
by the way,
sucks to be
you
I
do
guess.
have.
It's a new spell for me. It's
What
not
you
really
what you
new.
can do? What you can no wait.
Can I like?
I heard this and I was
stand-
like,
Okay,
oh.
okay.
Can
What
I
you can
stand
do?
next to Allison and then use a 15?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Or you could just take a step right over here, and then you can
15
also
feet?
only hit the skeleton if
Yeah,
you like.
15.
So how's Melo doing in this
No, it's
scenario?
fine.
No, right now,
Right
from
now,
where you
Melo's
stand
fine.
right there, you can cast it, and only the skeleton will get hit.
Great, I'll do that.
Allison,
So
Allison
I'll
might
stand
lose.
next to
Allison might lose an
first.
eyebrow, like, but we'll see. We'll see. So you cast it?
Yeah, but I got a question first because
course.
earlier we discussed that it was 2d6 damage.
Right.
But it says heightened +1, and I'm a second level spell caster.
Yes, but
But it's not a 2.
the spells
a
from a
4d6.
staff can be heightened. You can only put more charges in it, but the staff can only do the thing that it was programmed to do.
I guess. Oh, so, okay. Okay, so it's a basic.
So you might find a staff of Burning Hands level 2 somewhere around your journeys. That
But
could be a
that's
thing.
for.
But that's for
next
another time. This one can only do the normal
It
one.
is a very
All right, so,
name
with
to
that-
give your staff.
But the enchantment from the fire staff that you found has now been transmuted onto your wooden staff, and you can actually see that the mistletoe itself has like a little bit of singeing to it, as a little bit of the woodwork is actually a little bit burnt.
Well, maybe it's good to explain that the stuff we found earlier on, we kind of stole earlier on.
The mage that the Maddox
Yeah.
had
Right, yeah,
on
one of
his
the
crew.
allies of the Maddox had the
The
staff.
spell we put on my staff.
Yeah, burns it.
Because I couldn't use the other spell because it was off steel and I can't use
Right.
that. So burning hands.
All right, very well, go ahead.
Well, he has to roll basic reflex save.
Oh, yes, of course, that's something that he has to do. So, with that, his reflex save is a 19.
Yeah, it doesn't make it.
All right, so go ahead and roll full damage
Great.
for a total of
Sorry, 5.
only 5.
Yeah, it's not plus the
As
number,
you
right?
as you
Just 2d6.
Yeah.
as you push out the staff, the small scintils that are at the edge of your staff begin to ignite. As you cast the burning hand spell from it, you look, no damage.
I was afraid
As he's
of
also
that, but I
resistant to
wanted
fire
try,
damage.
yeah.
It seems that the elements don't really get a hold of this dark skeleton.
Okay, so after I did that, I
Mhm.
want to make Melo flank.
All right, so Melo will flank right over there,
Like a plank.
or at the
and
other
I
side
don't
with
have-
Allison.
No, in front of.
Alright.
Oh no, in front of Allison.
No,
That's,
Allison,
better.
right over there. Okay.
And I don't have anything left, I think, so that's
Okay.
fine.
I was like, are you literally gonna put Melo in the way so I cannot do anything?
There is still.
Thank you. I like this.
Our dear
Yeah,
DM,
you're
there is
right.
still
You're
a dead
full of
skeleton in.
Oh, sorry.
in
Yes,
view.
that one already exploded.
We killed this one.
Yeah.
Yes, queen.
Oh.
So who's next?
Melo. Oh, sorry. I thought that Melo would also
only has
attack.
One
action.
Ah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. So afterwards, then we go back to the skeletons. At which point, this small little fellow that you can see at the bottom puts away his bow. No, sorry. He just is going to go ahead and make ranged attacks against Ugrokal because you are close. So
Come at me, bro.
first one
Is he
coming in
still half cover?
for a total of, well, he will take a step right over there, and then he will make 2 attacks. First one will be a 25 there.
Hit.
All right, and the second one will come in for a 23.
Miss.
Miss. All right.
24 AC.
So with that, you
raised
take
shield.
5 points of damage as one arrow pierces your shoulder, tink, and then you think like, oh wait, I got the shield, and the second blow, pink, bounces off of it.
Nice.
Then,
I have 6 damage out of 68 HP.
all right, then as the sound went all the way to the back of the cavern, you can also see another skeleton
Even more.
making their way as a armor-clad warrior with a large metal shield with a large longsword comes, and where the other skeletons are only shadowy in their form, you can see that this skeleton has 2 purple beads in its eyes, and where the rest only have like small scimitars and small bucklers, this one has a full chainmail armor on with a large metal shield, longsword in hand, as he comes with more purpose. And you can actually see where the other skeletons were just slashing in the wind, this one has the purpose of a real warrior, as a strike comes against you, Ugrokal. For a total of, well, the dice are with this one, 29.
Ooh.
Suppose that's a hit.
All right, so, but that's a normal hit, I
You
believe, right?
suppose.
All right, as the longsword
It is
finds
a
purpose
normal.
and hits you for 9 points of damage. So, for the skeletons, that will be...
I use my reaction
Right,
for shield block.
nice.
9 damage.
Yeah, it was 9 points of
So I
damage.
block 5 of that. My shield takes 4 damage. I take 4 damage.
So your shield gets just damaged just a little bit. So what is the total amount of damage that you are... how many hit points do you have left?
I have 50 out of 60 left.
50, all right, there we go. As the skeleton is now standing in front of you. But he needed 2 actions to actually get into the fray with you. So, 1 action to get into the fray with you, and on the other hand, he's going to raise his shield, as he is in melee combat with you. Afterwards, we go back to Allison. Allison, what would you like to do?
I'm flanking with melee.
Yep, you are.
So I'll use that to my advantage.
Very well.
And I'm gonna try and stab this thing for a natural 19.
Nice.
It's a 29.
Ooh, that'll be a crit. Go ahead and roll double damage on that one.
Nice, Allison.
So this thing is probably gone because it did.
I believe
Okay,
so.
so my wine is also gone. It wasn't a lot.
Apple juice.
Apple juice.
We
it
don't
is.
This is
drink
we're on
wine.
Twitch. We don't drink wine.
Grape juice.
We don't whine about our drinks. I'll write down some shame damage for myself.
25 points of damage.
25, yeah. Like you have trained with a double-bladed sword, and you whirl it around in escape with one decisive strike. Shink! The resistance that the skeleton has is no match for the beautiful force and finesse that you put behind this weapon. As the skeleton is split into 2, but before the 2 halves actually come to the ground, another dark explosion. So, Hannah and Melo,
needs to make 42
fortitude saves.
So that's why I'm saying sorry, because I killed it.
Why?
Well,
So, what is your fortitude save, Alison?
mine is 21.
21, you take half damage, so 3 becomes 1 point of damage just for you. As with one deft move after the slice, you actually just inhale and also protect the rest of your body in one fell swoop.
Hannah has 21.
Half damage, so that's only 1 point of damage for you.
Milo has 28.
That's also just half damage. No, wait, that's a critical success, so that's no damage from Milo.
Great. What does Hannah get?
1 point of damage.
Melo became a sturdy cat.
All right.
Okay,
Not a
so
scaredy cat.
Afterwards, you still have 2 actions left.
yeah, so I'm just calculating,
Mhm.
but I see that in 25 movement I can get into a flanking position with this scary bitch.
All right.
If I
With the
move
scary
through-
one, like-
if I move through Iro, I can get into 25
Let's
feet.
see,
With
that would
25
be
feet, I can
10
make
feet. Yep, you can.
it. So I'll do that.
All right, so all the way over there.
Yep.
As you jump over Iro, you actually roll over his back with your legs and you woof, tuk, tuk, and get the momentum going as your blade dance continues, as you are now flanking with this large skeleton.
As I'll try and hit it again.
All right, go ahead and make your attack. Natural 1. As you come behind him, you think you have the same purpose. You get your blade across again, and with one deft movement, he gets in your way and blocks your blade. And as you were moving in his place, he gets an attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
And as he blocks your attack, his longsword comes in
Go for it.
for a total of... that'll be a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. As the skeleton slashes you for 8 points of damage.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So, that was Allison's turn. Then, after Allison, we go back to Grukal. Allison, this skeleton is still in melee with you and is now concentrating on... Grukal. This skeleton is still in melee with you and now focusing on Allison. What would you like to do?
I'll be right back.
Alright, so I'm flanking, right? But it provides me no benefit on...
He has a -2 to his AC, so he's easier to hit for you.
Yeah, just
That's
AC.
about it. Yeah.
Guess I'll go for it. Alright, so I use weapon surge.
All right.
So my whip, the Maddox's whip, that I ironically use, lights up despite the lack of sunshine.
And at this moment, you can see again that in this cavern, at different places, just small sparkles of white light, as you can see other deposits of this stalactite-like crystal shining all small rays on your spear?
No, my
Or your-
whip.
Oh, your whip, sorry. At your whip, as all the different threads of your whip are now shining brightly.
Question.
Yes.
I have one of those stones in my pocket. Does it also shine?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it
All
doesn't.
right, cool.
There's a
At which
light
moment
emanating.
the whip ignites with
Allison's
brilliant
spotlight.
light, and you go ahead and make your attack. For a total of.
Actually, I used weapon search and I probably won't miss.
Oh
That's
god.
a 23.
23 hits.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage.
First time I use this and I don't miss.
Except for Allison.
Oh yeah, second time, my bad. So, 6, 9, 13 damage.
13 points of damage. All right, that's no, never mind. So as you whip him, it actually also rips around his shield a little bit and slashes across him. A few bits of bone that you can actually see falling from underneath the chainmail fall to the ground. But again, he is also resistant to this sort of damage. How many damage was that?
13.
13?
13.
All right,
Yeah.
reduced to 8.
Okay.
All right.
So now I'm gonna
You
use.
still have one action left?
One action left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, weapon search. I'm gonna try and trip him.
Okay, go ahead.
-5 would be +7. That's 17 against his reflex DC.
I'm afraid that this skeleton in
bummer.
life, when he still had a life, was trained and skilled in death movements. And as you try to whip the ground from him, he steps over it and actually steps on your whip for a second before you have to apply force to get it back into your grasp.
Nice. Gurkal's just. I'm really happy about the combat the skeletons is providing me compared to the, I don't know, the nuisance that the previous ones were to us. Just like this one shot kill, you know?
And this is a guy to reckon with. Afterwards, we have Iroh. Iroh, what would you like to do?
I shall provide punches
You will
on
punch.
this skeleton.
Very well, go
DM,
ahead and make your attack.
Whilst
Yes.
this is going on,
Mhm.
those two black spots there are next to Allison. Are they walls?
No, they are not walls, but you cannot see there. It is pitch blackness.
Give it.
The range of Gokal, if I see correctly... Oh no, wait. You can see one more square. But it's really weird because like the magical darkness that seems to be enveloping this area is a little bit more intense than normal. What do we have there? Yeah, I got it.
I got a 25 and a 16.
A 25 and a 16. The 25 hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that one.
So that's going to be 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. All right. So, with that, as you again grasp your fist and throw out this large punch, again, this skeleton doesn't really seem to like bludgeoning damage, as his brittle bone structure underneath it begins to crack, and your 11 points of damage are actually increased to 16.
Yeah, liberating step on that.
No,
it's against the skeleton.
Oh,
against
yes,
the skeleton.
sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, I
you
was paying
liberating step
attention
the
to
skeleton.
Please don't help.
As you can see that underneath your fist, all the different pieces of bone are falling to the ground, evaporating into smoke, and like one of his shoulders actually droops down a little bit as his collarbone also breaks, but he is just standing on the last barely hit point that it has.
Well, in that case, I will daze him.
You will daze him. All right. So, with that, he's going to make a will save, which will be a 13.
He doesn't make it, so he takes 2 points of damage.
All right. So with that, as you have smacked him in the ribcage, the skeleton tries to get himself back up together as you, and the two beads of purple energy go out as his actual skeletal head cracks open. And I would like again everybody in the vicinity, which would be
Also,
Did
the
Iroh
skeleton-
just
Iroh
kill
and Allison.
another bad guy
How
with
about the
daze?
other skeleton?
The skeleton doesn't seem to be affected by this necrotic energy.
Fortitude?
Fortitude save, as this explosion is also a little bit more intense.
Oh,
20
bloody.
for me.
20 for you, you make it.
Okay, good.
An,
I don't
eight-
have to roll, right?
You don't have to roll, you're far away.
an 18.
18, you don't make it, you take 6 points of damage. Allison takes 3.
Natural one.
Natural 1, you take, okay, so you take 12 points of damage.
I can take it.
Alright. 12 points of damage as Gokal is down to 38, if I believe correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And after that, we go to Hannah.
He's still up.
As I'm calculating right now, I should be on 34 hit points.
34?
Yeah.
How did I get there?
I
There we
have
go.
no idea. But
A lot of things to keep in mind. Sorry.
Okay, so he's still up.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to walk over there, like in front of the hall,
Alright, right over there.
and I'm kind of sick of this. I can't see anything else because I
You
have
don't see
dark
anything
vision.
else right now. Oh, you have dark vision. Yes, you can see further into the cavern. For ease sake. There you go.
that's very easy.
So
There you go.
basically nothing else.
Right now, the only sound that you hear is from this one skeleton ahead of you.
Okay, I use shocking grasp.
All right. So with that, you do know that shock and grabs will be electricity damage, to which
Yeah.
they are resistant.
Yeah. Like totally resistant? Like,
No, just a little bit, just a little bit of resistance.
Resistance 5.
Okay,
Your
because
fire was very
I have
ineffective.
hidden +1,
Alright.
which increases it with 1d12, so that makes for 3d12.
Ooh, that'll be a lot. Go for it.
That's what
Go
I'm
for
hoping for.
3d12.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Alright.
Because
shock and grasp?
It's 1d12.
when I hit, that should be added. What kind of is he wearing armor?
technically he is wearing armor. Yes.
Is
Metal
it like
armor?
Metal?
It is metal based.
Great.
Plus
so
one
it's
circumstance.
yeah.
Okay,
plus
so-
one circumstance.
So you have to roll to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. As you try to touch the skeleton. For a total of?
Wait. It's plus 10.
Plus
18.
11.
Plus 11. 19.
19 hits.
Great. Okay, wait.
Get those
I got
3d12s
three.
out.
And
Oh my gosh.
because he is wearing the armor.
The metal armor,
stuff,
yeah.
It also adds 1d4.
All right, go throw all those dice.
I feel like this is a bit of an overkill.
So that's a 22, 25,
Jesus.
plus 4 is 29.
29.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
like my critical hit.
So,
Oh,
The
damn.
shocking grasp
I
do
love it.
2d12.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hidens for a 1d12.
Yeah.
so Hannah, how do you want to do this?
I just want to rip it apart. I just want electricity to just
like,
flow
is
everywhere.
there disintegration maybe?
All right.
I'm just
Like
very. Yeah.
So
Yeah?
Hannah,
Yeah, just
as you
everyone
walk up there, you are done with this place.
Yeah.
Frick those skeletons, frick the water.
They hurted my animal. I
You-
would love me, Lord.
As you run up, you still have your staff in hand. As you run up, you eventually just, the energy already coalescing in your staff, you drop the staff, and just with two hands you pick up the skeleton, and you pull it up into the air, and just the electricity from further in the cave, you can see like a mad doctor silhouette in the darkness as you just rip it apart. As also a blast of darkness washes over you. You don't care. And you're standing there. And you look back at your friends who are all like, damn.
Addison,
No, Krako's like, ha ha!
Addison's like, I told you you were gonna be the strongest one of all of us, right?
And Iroh's
They
like,
were
hey, Krakal,
hurting the nature.
how about
I
those
was
hands?
just very angry. I'm sure you're still stronger than I am.
And with that, peace and quiet slowly comes back into the cave system. As you with your dark vision can still gaze into the void as this cavern system continues, and you begin to realize that this might not be the last trap that your friends have laid out for you. We will end tonight's session.
Our friends have laid out for us.
Ooh.
They're friends.
Friends.
They're friends
So-
apparently.
All right, so went on for a little bit longer for two reasons. First, I didn't want to stop halfway a combat encounter, and second, we skipped first like half hour of our actual stream session, so it makes up for that.
Yeah, definitely.
So there you go. I hope people can still get home. Charlie, sorry about this.
Yeah, I have
This was
Maxine
like-
to drive me.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that goes well.
I don't.
All right.
At least to the station, right?
So yeah, right now our heroes are
yeah.
venturing into the darkness. Necrotic energies abound. Spectral skeletons in their way. Let's see where this goes next week.
I think
Yeah.
this is actually the first time I've actually encountered undead in an actual campaign. So I'm
Yeah.
very much looking forward to this.
Wow.
In a first day campaign, we've never covered undead.
Feels like,
Like not
Well-
a lot at least.
Well,
like
there were-
some small bosses, but not actual.
We had some. Well, I had some plot hooks laid out, but you never went there.
No.
I mean, like, do you remember the Overlord?
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. But
So there's this guy who made a zombie army, and they were like, oh, he got away. Let's go do something else.
Like everyone
but
does.
this is for me at least. This is
You
the
can
first time
still
we're
walk away
actually-
next week, like nah, fuck this,
Nah,
and
I
just
don't
go.
like this.
It's been a
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
day.
Fuck these giants.
we don't care about giants.
They were gonna
So
kill
what
us
about
anyway.
the pirates? Yeah.
All right.
To be honest, I like undead more than pirates. That's
I
just
don't-
my opinion. But
The only thing I can do is
Undead
shocking
pirates
grasp.
incoming.
It's not-
And then pirates are
Ninjas is where it's at.
Ninja pirates. Undead ninja pirates. Undead
From
robot
outer
ninja pirates
space.
from outer space. Undead, ninja, vampire, robot pirates.
I
from
feel
outer
like
space.
this is where we should end the stream.
And they're also elephants.
And there are also elephants because of
Oh,
it.
elephants. Yeah, sure. Let's make
All
them
right,
elephants.
so
Flying elephants?
guys, thank you so much for watching. Be safe.
Yeah.
Be healthy.
Be safe, be
And
healthy.
bye in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Bye!